it's story time. Story time, story time. Let's start our story with a big smile. Happy day to all of you. Today I have come with a very interesting story from your most favorite Pepper series. But before getting into the story, I would like to introduce my new friend Kutti to all of you. Ready to meet her? 3, 2, 1. And here comes our Kutti. Kutti, come on, say hi to all our friends. Hi. Hi. What happened, Kutti? Why do you sound so dull?
Because I had to go to the daycare from tomorrow.
Oh, you have to go to the daycare? Then you should be excited. You should be happy.
No!
Okay, Kutti, come on. See, actually you will enjoy there. You will make lot of friends. You will have lot of fun activities to do, you know.
Is it?
Yes, even Pepper was worried to go to the daycare initially. But after he went there, he had so many interesting activities to do and he made lot of friends, you know.
Is it?
Yes, Kutti. Just listen to the story and then I'm sure you'll be happy to walk into the daycare tomorrow.
Okay, tell me the story.
Okay. Today we're going to read Pepper and Mama's New Job. Pepper and Mama's New Job. Let's get into the story. Pepper's mom is dressed up neatly because it's her first day at work. Pepper is all set to go to school. Pepper's mom turns to Pepper and she says, Pepper, it's my first day at work. I'll leave you at the daycare center after work. She's so excited. But Pepper is very sad and he says,
No, I won't go. I don't want to go, Mama.
He's so sad. He doesn't want to go to the daycare center. He's so scared to go to the daycare center. But it's getting late for Mama. So they walk out of the house. They lock the house. And Pepper's mom tries to convince him. So she turns up to Pepper and she says, Pepper, I can't leave you alone at home. You will like it there. But Pepper is not convinced. He says,
No, why do you have to go to work?
But it's getting late and the cab driver is waiting for them. So they both walk close to the car and Pepper's mom is trying to convince Pepper. So she says, you go to school, don't you? And I go to work. Mama likes to work too. But Pepper is not at all convinced. There's no other way. So they both get into the car and Pepper's mom drops Pepper at the school. Now Pepper is so sad. He walks with his head down, walking so sadly. His friend Jean, the duck, notices Pepper being so sad. So she walks close to Pepper and she asks,
What's up?
And now Pepper says,
Mama has a new job, so I have to go to this Little Angels daycare center after school.
Hearing that, Jean is so happy and she says,
That's great.
Pepper is shocked.
Huh?
Because he's worried to go to the daycare center, but Jean says that it's great. So now Jean says,
I go there too.
So it's one happy point for Pepper because he's going to meet his friend Jean also at the daycare center. But he still wants to know in detail. So he asks,
Why?
And now Jean says,
Mama works in a bank. She picks me up from there after work.
And then Pepper looks at Jean in surprise and he asks,
Do you like it there?
And Steve says,
Oh yes, it's great fun. I'll meet you after school.
Saying this, she walks up to her classroom. And in the evening, Pepper goes to the daycare. Looking at the children in the daycare, he is shocked, he's surprised and he exclaims, because you know what was happening in the daycare? All the children were happy. They were all involved in fun activities like painting, coloring and they were all doing all creative things. And the teacher in the daycare center was so friendly, and she was appreciating the children for their creative artworks. And one child was trying to put her creative work on the display board. Seeing all that, Pepper was so surprised. Jean and Steve meet Pepper, and Jean introduces Steve to Pepper. She says,
"Come on, Pepper, meet my friend Steve."
and Steve is also so happy to meet Pepper, and he says, "Hi, Pepper." And Pepper is kind of convinced now, and he says,
"Hi."
Steve has a green color remote car, so he wants Pepper to join with him. So he says, "Come and play with us." And Pepper joins with them as they play together. They have small conversations in between. And now Steve says, "My dad's a doctor." And after he introduces about his dad, now it's Pepper's turn. He also has to say into what job his father is into. And so he says,
"My papa is a pilot."
and again they continue playing. Pepper wants to, connect with Steve. So he asks,
"Does your mama work too?"
and now Steve proudly says, "Yes, she's a teacher in our school." Jean joins and she says about Pepper's mom's new job. She says,
"Pepper's mom is an architect."
Hearing that, Steve exclaims, "Wow!" And now Pepper feels so proud of his mama's new job. And so he thoroughly enjoys at the daycare center. In the evening, Mama comes to pick up Pepper. She is so happy to see Pepper being very happy playing with his friends. So when they walk out of the daycare center, she looks up at Pepper and she asks, "How was your day, Pepper?" Pepper is so happy and he says,
"Great!"
And he tries to explain what all happened in the daycare.
Jean, Steve and I played computer games and we raced our cars, and
he keeps narrating about all the fun he had in the daycare center on the way to their home. And after reaching home, they have a nice dinner. And before going to bed, Pepper runs with his toy close to his mom. He gives a tight hug. And then he says to his mom,
"Mama, I'll go with Jean to Little Angels tomorrow. You can pick me up after work."
Hearing that, Pepper's mom is so happy because it was Pepper who was so worried, who was so scared to go to the daycare center. But it all changed the very first day. And she's so happy and she says, "Okay, dear." And they go to bed. The next day, as usual, Pepper gets ready to school, but with a happy mood. He goes to school, he has a great time at school, and after the school hours, he goes to the daycare center. He has so much of fun. Now, it's the entry of a new friend, Fred. So looking at him, it's now Pepper's turn. He volunteers himself to talk to his new friend, Fred.
"Hi, I'm Pepper. My mama is an architect."
And then Fred is so happy to meet a new friend the very first day in the daycare center. And he says,
"Hi, I am Fred."
And they both become close friends. And they have a very nice time in the daycare center. So children, daycare center is a lovely place where you can make up many new friends. You can have lot of fun activities and you get to know each other. And you will have lot of loving and caring staffs around who will take care of you. I have a question for all of you. Just imagine that Mama and Papa are not at home. Okay? So who do you play with when your mom or dad is not at home? Just think and get back with your answers. I'll be eagerly waiting to listen to your answers. Okay? See you all with another interesting story next week. Until then, goodbye.